Yo, what's down with y'all, fam? Yo, man, I'm hoping y'all enjoying y'all morning, evening, afternoon, wherever it is that you at, man. It's y'all host, y'all boy, Friday, a.k.a. Rude Boy, man. I want y'all to go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and share this with anybody before y'all even, check this whole video, man. It's going to be a short one today, man, because originally I recorded this video. I think it was about a good 20 minutes. And shit, phone died, didn't even save, man. But you know what, we gonna keep going with it, man. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, man. Tell them, man, check out y'all boy Rude Boy, man. Let me know what it is that y'all feeling, what y'all ain't feeling, man. Because you know, at the end of the day, I do this shit off the camera, man. I talk to people. I spread my gospel, as Charleston White would say. But man, let's go ahead and get into it. Man, so June 22nd, I believe, going on June 23rd at 3:45 a.m., Keri Hilson had tweeted a very interesting tweet. She tweeted that, "I wish God would send me a black man." Now, don't quote me all on this. This isn't from directly word to word. I want God to send me a black man. I want to love me a black man. I've dated 3 non-American black men. Now the rest of the quotes, I don't remember. I'll make sure to bring it up. What's it called? If I do a part 2 to this, or I'll just leave it in the description link. Off of somebody else's stuff and make sure to credit them and everything else. But she said something about that on the borderline, that she wants to love a black man, but only if they're going to support her pro-blackness. Now, here's the thing I want to say. Keri Hilson is a very attractive woman. A lot of us men can agree. She is at the age of 38 years old. She was childless up until the year 2020, December, where she had announced that she was pregnant. And there is a picture online that shows that she is pregnant, which kind of makes me now put on my cap as if I was in a dating world and I was talking to her. Okay. So first things first, you're 38 years old. You never had kids up until 6 months ago. Why is it that you're not with this dude and you just let him impregnate you 6 months ago? What went wrong with that? Okay, that's a flag. That's a flag number 1. A flag number 2. And we all don't go based off of this all the time. But Keri Hilson, you are 38 years old and you're not ugly. You seemed to have a pretty good personality, a pretty good head on your shoulders. Like, you know where you wanted to hit at in life. But why isn't that you couldn't hit any of these guys who were non-industry guys up? Now, I know your standards may be very different from a lot of females, but let's be real. As most celebrities, they want somebody who got the same money as they do, the same financial income that they have. But the thing is like this. If a guy who doesn't make 2 figures approaches you, he may not be the best looking. He may not be the best in shape, but he's a very smart, intellectual person. He's someone who can bring value to you over time, though he may not have 6 figures, but he can find out a way how to make some 6 figures. Why not grow with that person instead of wanting somebody who didn't already had it? Because then, see, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, somebody who's already had it and another person who's already had it, you two can't tell each other anything because your mind is already set. Man, I got mine. And the way I did it, it worked. So that's where I tell these celebrity people, man, why don't you try something different? Fuck the financial, fuck all that shit. Okay, you may have to be mostly financial in charge, but females, I'm gonna say it like this. Most of y'all wanted that anyway. I figured that when your baby daddy's not around and you won't let him see your kids, his kids as well. It's a lot of things that I see that women do that they just make exceptional and make it an okay thing because they're a female, because they push out children. But you guys don't act like women, though, which is why a lot of you guys find yourself to be in Keri Hilson's shoes. Tracy Elliott Ross. How about when she came out and she talked about the whole, while she was working on Girlfriends, she could have been in a relationship. Who stopped you? And this is where we fail to realize as human beings, God allowed us to be on this earth to make mistakes and for us to learn from it. And he also gave us free will. He gave us all free will to make the choices that we want to make in life. That way, life can go how you want it to go. But based off of all your hard work and all your blood, sweat, and tears. My bad, y'all. Sometimes I be freezing up in the head sometimes. But, yeah. But, as well as those two women, Gabrielle Union and Janelle Monáe, all these women have something in common. They got the bag. They made sure they secured the bag for sure. But what you didn't do was, along the way, when you did have these decent men, or I should say great men, who could have brought some type of value to you, whether you seen it or not, but you know what? Black people, we don't ever see it. Because if it's already not prepackaged, he doesn't already have the money, he doesn't have the muscle, he doesn't have the looks, you don't want him. See, we didn't got lazy, y'all, in these black relationships where we say we want the old school relationships. We want that old school love, but we don't know that old school love was a lot of hard work. That was a lot of trial tribulations. That was a lot of fuck ups and mistakes. And you guys are too dismissive nowadays. Even the generation before our times, I'm talking about the baby boomers, 84, 85, 86. Anybody born in them times, I'm talking about you. You guys have caught on to this, and I shouldn't even say caught on. You guys, instead of maturing, and this is a problem with us too, because I'm 21. Instead of maturing mentally as we grow physically, you guys stay mentally at the same age that whatever you was traumatized at, but you grow physically as a person. Now, I brought this up because it seems that we all run into the same obstacle, the same wall, and we never learn from it. It's just a, oops, bump my head again. Well, I see this wall right here, and I see that it stretches from all the way over here to all the way over there, and there's only one way up, but I'm not finna climb up. I'm finna try to go around it. That's how a lot of black women are viewed. If women didn't know this, you guys. You guys are viewed as very arrogant, very stubborn, very proud. And in some cases that can be good, but it seems like you guys don't know when and where to use it. And men are not saying don't use it on us. That's not what we're saying at all. We're not telling you not to express your opinions, not to express your feelings. But man, when you make your choices in life, you got to understand. You chose your fruits of labor. Excuse me, y'all. And a lot of us misuse and abuse the fruits of labor. We take what it is that benefits us and what resources us, and we don't be fucked up about nobody else. We don't think about how it makes them feel. As long as I get me and for me and mine, that's all that matters. And because we didn't put ourselves in that category, we didn't put ourselves in that position where we do abuse the fruits of labor that God has allowed us free willingly to use. This is where I say, females, relationships, you guys treat it like you treat men in relationships like games. I got a video that's coming up on that. And it's like chess. And I'm finna get off subject for a minute, guys, and come back around to it, so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, because I make points along the way. I see that us black people, especially black women, they pray up to the sky. They raise their hands up. They ask, God, please send me a black man. Please. I did this. I done that. But I can't seem to get a black man. And you start to wonder why everything else is going correct for you. Your career, finance, can have kids perfectly healthy and fine. But notice out of them 4 or 5 kids, it's not the same daddy. These are different men that you then had trial and tribulations with, that you didn't try. You say you tried to be a good woman. So all 4 or 5 of those daddies was just all unbearable to live with. So to bring back around to what I was saying, females mostly do all the religious things, the self-manifestation, praying, but then everything else is going good for them. Like I said, career, finances, kids are healthy. Life is looking good for them, but they just don't have that one thing that they so desperately desire for. To love. And females try to act like, now, I don't need no damn body. I don't need love. You can have all the money in the world. Every black woman has said, and every black man has said it too, money will not buy you happiness. Temporary happiness, that's it. But money will not buy you permanent happiness. You can have the biggest house in the fucking world, but you walking in that motherfucker by yourself. You smell only your cologne, your perfume. Or you may got some kids running around, but you don't ever have no intimacy time, so you take it out on your kids. You find yourself partying. You finding yourself being a huge abuser of drugs, pills, all this other stuff. And you seem to blame everybody else for your problems except for you. You take no accountability. And I'm going to be real with you, women. That scares off a lot of black men. A lot of black men don't like to use the word scare. But that's the truth. You guys scare off a lot of black men when you're at these ages, 38, 46, 50. And somehow you got everything. You got the body, you got the looks. You seem to have the personality. But for some reason, you can't keep a man. And now after explaining all that, this is what I'm tying to. After doing all the praying, seeing that you get everything you want, except for the one thing that you desperately desire, which is the man, God has made you a stalemate. A stalemate, in other words, when you're down to your last pawn, your last queen, you kind of stuck. You don't really got nowhere to really go, because instead of using logic when you were supposed to be making, when you was choosing certain options for certain situations, You chose to go with the emotional side and I just want to win the game. Instead of, let me go be strategic about this situation. Okay, last time this ain't worked, so let me try this new move. We have to think. I'm not saying walk on eggshells. No, that's not what I'm saying. We have to start thinking before we say things, before we do things. Males and females. I'm not just putting that on females. Males and females. Before we say, before we talk, before we do, before we walk, think about what you're going to do. That's how life is supposed to be anyways. It's all about strategic. It's all about strategies. To y'all, that may sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple. It's kind of like, what's the word I'm trying to say? It's kind of like managing your time, almost. It's almost like managing your time when you're strategizing through life. When you're pretty much setting yourself up for success. When you're seeing something that's not right about you, that's like, okay, I didn't went through this many people, so now it's a thing with me. Even if somebody, I may feel like they're not right about how they talk about me, I take everybody's advice with a grain of salt. Meaning, I listen to what they say. I let it digest. And I learn from it. I'm not saying I've learned from it just one time. Some of us, it's going to take 20, 30 times. But at 38, 40, 50 years old, there's no excuse for that. Tracy Elliott Ross, you made the clear choice to choose working on girlfriends and work on your career, which I'm not hating on you at all. All praise to you, sister, and the achievements that you have been achieving over the many years that you've been in the industry. Congratulations. But you did make a conscious choice to choose your career over having a relationship and maybe settling down with somebody who could have truly made you happy. And let's even say it like this. I believe you could have still had the career and still been who you are today, maybe even bigger, and still had the choice to have a man by your side. He didn't have to be a Michael B. Jordan. He didn't have to be a Steve Harvey. That's what you wanted. Maybe that's what you seeked. I say it like this. Again, you had a son. I fucked with his role and everything, Anton. I fucked with you, boy, but why ain't work out with that first husband? Like I said, we all make mistakes. We all learn, but the time for it was a mistake. I was young. That's cut out. That's not no excuse no more. Because when you get to a certain age, you should be able to make decisions not based off of just emotions, but off of logics. You see certain traits. My bad, y'all. I almost choked on my own spit. You see certain traits. You see certain things that you don't like about this person already, but you do go for it. And I applaud you for that. Men do the same thing. It's called taking the risk. We all do it. So no need to victimize yourself or fall short for others shortcomings, but that's a choice you decide to make. Really, Tracy Elliott Ross, really, my problem with you is it seemed like it's not that you couldn't make time. You chose not to make time to have a relationship with a lot of men who maybe want to get with you. And this is where I say the stalemate. God is not going to answer your prayers on what you so desperately want, that one thing you want, and you always ask yourself, man, why can't I get this? But I can get everything else. Because it's something with you. It's within you. You're abusing the fruits of labors too much. You reaping off the benefits. You got to give into something. And it's not even about giving in. You got to give your all, though. That's man and female. You have to give it your all. It's either give up, give in, or give it all you got. And if it's not give it all you got, you don't need to be in no relationship. It's not meant for you. And like I said, a lot of people want this old school relationship. They want the old school love, but not knowing a lot of people, our grandparents and mothers and fathers, had to go through a lot of trial tribulations just to get to where they got to. It's like being an expert at something. It's going to take years of making mistakes and having failures and having to get back up and knock the dust off your clothes and be like, man, ain't nothing I can do but try again. But I'm just noticing all these different traits in these older black women who are career women. And like I said, I praise and I adore you for that. But you will not come on here and victimize yourselves as if there's no good black man out here. Like I said, he may not be the most attractive. He may not be the most in shape. But he has a personality. He does what he does and what he can with any of the money that he brings in. Who knows? This guy might become the next motherfucking president for all you know. Because he has somebody by his side who's a public figure. And he's not really a public figure type of guy. He's more behind the scenes, making his money for you and him. You can teach him something. He can teach you something. Why not pick somebody like that? But everybody's going based off of, they want to look cute for the public eye. They want to be the public figure. They want to be the couple goals. I had a shorty tell me at the gym one time, you know, you and your shorty couple goals. You know, shout out to shorty if you ever see this video. But I don't go parading, yelling out, woo, 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 woo. This is my, woo. I don't need to seek your approval. That's what you may do, but I rep for mine. My girl right here, folks, she know I love her to death. I love this girl to death. Ain't nothing gonna change about that. But because it doesn't seek a lot of your approval, most people are gonna have things to say. When a lot of people, you know, say their opinions on my relationship, I let them say what they want to say because I know what it is behind closed doors. My bad, y'all. I lost my train of thought doing all this rambling, ranting. But y'all, again, just look at these women. Tracy Elliott Ross, Janelle Monáe, Gabrielle Union, Sierra. Well, it was Sierra at one point, no longer. Excuse me for that comment. And Keri Hilson. These are the main women who have been the most successful in life. Make the greatest music, make the greatest films in their lifetime. But cannot recall ever having a great relationship with a man. And it seems that you guys are chasing for this instead of sitting down, really letting it marinate in your head. Okay, there's something I'm not doing right. You guys keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, saying, well, man just has to accept me for this. This ain't no Tyler Perry movie, sweetheart. This ain't Mickey D's. You can't have it your way. And I know we all have this saying that you just got to keep going through until you find the right one. Well, maybe that saying sucks ass. I'm just going to be real with you. Excuse my language, but that sucks ass. That's some bullshit, man. I'm not finna keep wasting my motherfucking time, my motherfucking words, my motherfucking breath, and shorten my fucking life to keep running through every female to see who gonna settle for my shit, or who got something that I can resource off of. That's something I can tell just off of having a 10, 15-minute conversation with you. My thing is, I want to see, where was your past, where was the middle, and what's your end. I need to know all that. I need to know where your head's at. So, therefore, my opinion on this, about the whole Keri Hilson, even though I just gave you guys a whole opinion, I think Keri Hilson seems to be a nice person on the outside as far as artist, public figure-wise. But behind closed doors, I think Keri Hilson probably does have some ways about her. I shouldn't even say probably. Keri Hilson has ways about her. Tracy Elliott has ways about her. Gabrielle Union, all of them have ways about them. Janelle Monáe too. All have ways about them that they're not willing to change. Gabrielle Union still acts like a high school girl. She damn near running D Wade's house, telling him what to do with all his kids. But for the longest time, why is it that Gabrielle Union didn't have a man? I know why she ain't have kids. We ain't gonna get on that. Why didn't you have a man? Up to almost, you was 50 years old. Tracy Elliott Ross. Don't think there's any decent black men out here. Maybe they're not searching for you, but it's good black men out here. They're just not searching for you, sweetheart. Janelle Monáe, somebody who I really respected, because you started off with the whole third world country, African dance, the rap, the whole scene, man. I thought y'all label was going to take off with Jindana and them. It seemed like y'all all chasing after men. And that's not what we want as the end result. We just want the femininity back. We want the love, we want the adore, we want the care. Cook, clean, man, do that shit once in a while. You keep a nigga happy. But if all you got is money to offer and a badass attitude, ain't no man gonna settle for that. And man, y'all, that's really it too, man. I tried to keep it as short as I can. I still made a 30-minute video out of this. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Shit. I really want you guys to go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share this, man. I really want to engage with y'all more, man. And, you know, I'm finna start using this shit called StreamYard. You know, shout out to my cousin for putting me on to this, man. So I can start making this look a little bit more presentable for you guys, so your experience can be a lot more better when you come in here, so you can actually feel like, you know, you at home and all that, man. That's why I got me on the couch, man. Mi casa, su casa. But man, oh yeah, before I do that, man, I always forget to do this, because I always say subscribe, like, comment. But man, I really want to say it like this. My solution to this whole thing right here, man, is that I would really like to have a sit down talk with these women. I would also like to have older men around the same age as them. But I would like to have a table talk where we ask these females, what is it that you're looking for in a man? What is it that men can do to better cater to women like you? We're asking these questions, but we also want to know, what is it that you're doing that you feel that you deserve a high value man, or you feel like you deserve a man who supports your pro-blackness? Like I said, y'all, like, subscribe, comment. Rude boy, man. We out of here. Yee!